Yo, happy Saturday, July 5th. I hope everyone had a good July 4th, man. I know I sure did. And we got ourselves a pretty good slate, I think, today. Haven't really looked too much into it yet, but I think we got ourselves a good slate. So yeah, let's jump right into it. The way this is going to work for everybody who doesn't know, we're going to go through game by game, 1 through 15, and then we're going to go and look at all of the batters from a top-down perspective, go over the best pitch mixes, kind of just like a recap because we'll probably have talked about all of them as we go game by game. And then we're going to get this video uploaded on YouTube. So if you are watching this on YouTube, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate it. It helps me grow. And holy moly, yesterday was a sweat on every ML. I don't know, but that's a good segue. Let's just quickly recap yesterday. So for those of you who don't know, I've been posting on YouTube and TikTok some of the straights that I take every day that I do post in the Discord, which if you subscribe to rudebets.com, you do get access to that Discord. But I use all these talking points that I talk about on stream, and I go make my own plays, obviously. So if we look at what I did here. So I'm tracking what I've been posting on TikTok here, and let's see. So yesterday we had 5 plays I posted. 4 of them won. The only one that lost was 0.87 unit play, so total profit of 3.13 units yesterday, which is a 54% ROI. And then combining that with the day before when I posted on July 3rd, 4.05 unit profit on 7 units bet. So total ROI right now on these straights that I've been talking about, 54% ROI with a 7.18 unit profit in just the last 2 days. This is just the last 2 days, guys. So when I talk about taking guys for general props, or I talk about a team that has really good value on the money line, those are the types of things I'm taking. Actually, let me just look at what we took yesterday real quick here. Let's just pull it up. I want to just see because I don't even remember. So yesterday we took Pete Alonso over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs at -155. That was a cash for $1,000. By the way, this is player profit. Let me single screen this here. So this is player profit. If you guys haven't signed up yet, you can just I'll type in the chat, ! player profit. But you get a funded account. If you can pass a couple tests, which is a 20 unit profit, then you get access to the funded account and you can start making extremely high unit size bets. That's the whole point of this is you sign up for the service like this, you try to get a funded account. If you're able to get a funded account, which if you follow the kind of stuff I talk about, it should be doable. Then you can use high units. So instead of having to use your own $10 or your own $100, you can start using somebody else's money, in this case, thousands of dollars. And yeah, profit of $1,000 on Pete Alonso here. The next play, we had Kansas City Royals money line -105, 1050 to win 1,000, cash. Los Angeles Dodgers Ohtani over a walk, -135, cash. Yelich over 1.5 bases. This one was the only loss. And then Marlins, Brewers on the money line, -126, 1260 to win 1,000, cash. So yeah, plus 3.13 units. If you're using player profit, that would be plus $3,000, $3,100 on just one single day. So go sign up for player profit if you have not yet. With that link, you'll get 10% off. Great way to increase your unit size. All right, so let's jump into today's game. I will post another video with some of those straights, but if you want all of them, once again, join the site. You'll get access to Rude Bets, which is this screen right here, and then you'll also get access to the Discord. So it's the best of both worlds. You get access to a top-tier tool as well as a good Discord community. If you want, just extra plays, or if you don't want to just do all the stuff yourself. It's a great community. So game 1, Rays Twins. So Rays Twins here. I mean, I'm going to be real. When it comes to day games, I've said this before many, many times, but when it comes to day games, I'm pretty averse to taking the first game of the day. But this one's at 2 o'clock, so it's not terrible. I did notice this morning when I was getting the model all squared away, we got some bad weather. We do have some bad weather here. So I am a little concerned about this one getting rained out. But anyway, I have the Rays with a slight lean on the money line here at -126, 56% chance that they can win this game. Their actual money line right now in DraftKings is -126. So literally no value on that. And on the other side, Twins are at +104, so can't really take them either because that's negative expected value too. And the reason that is because if you don't know, the sports books, you're never going to see a +126, -126 on the same book because that way they don't get to keep any cut. They usually try to keep around a 5% hold, 3 to 5% hold. On some markets, it's way higher. So that just means no matter what happens, they profit about 3 to 5% on either side of the play. So there's no value on the money line in this one. Yurfie Nerfy, 50-50. Taj Bradley going up against Joey Wentz for now. I know that the Twins are a TBD. It's a little early to know who actually is going to be the starter for them today. But Right now, we do it at Joey Wentz. We'll find out, though, I guess. Okay, so these guys do match up pretty well if it is Joey Wentz. I mean, this is tough because if he gets swapped out, these pitch mixes all change. So make sure you guys are subscribed to rudebets.com because once that official starter is announced, these will all be updated with whoever it actually is. But if it is Joey Wentz, we'll talk like it is. A lot of these guys match up pretty well from a pitch mix perspective. Josh Lowe hits pretty well versus righties. He's okay for general props. Diaz, he's okay. Aranda's pretty good today for general props. No one really looks that great for a home run except maybe Caminero, but his odds are not going to be really that good. But this is also very difficult because we're speculating who that pitcher is. So honestly, you know what? I'm just going to skip past the Rays for now. You'll have to join the site and see what the updated data looks like once we actually do have an announced pitcher for the Twins. But for now, I don't want to speculate, and then it's all wrong later. So on the other side, Byron Buxton, what a disappointment was he yesterday. Holy cow. He had a great matchup, kind of very similar to today, a little bit of a higher home run probability yesterday, and he did absolutely nothing. So Buxton was extremely disappointing yesterday. He does match up really well in the pitch mix again today. Maybe it's a run it back. Sands is pitching. I've seen 4 different names for the Twins already today. I've seen Joey Wentz. I've seen Colin Gillespie. I've seen who was the other one I saw? Let me just go back to this one because I've been trying to figure out. I was Googling it. I was doing everything. I've seen Travis Adams, and now I've seen you say Sands. So there's 4 different people I've seen starting for the Twins today. So that's, there's no idea until we see the official Twitter account tweet it. Yeah. So, yeah. But for the Twins, Buxton, super disappointing. I mean, you could probably run him back today for general props, but I totally would understand if you're just going to stay away from him because I don't know how he couldn't do anything yesterday, but he couldn't. His home run odds at plus 300, they're okay. I mean, it's not terrible value. It's pretty fair. But he is really the only one that matches up that well against Taj Bradley on the pitch mix. He's the only one that I would even consider on the Twins today. Really, it's the fastball that he does damage against, a little bit of the curveball, but and a little bit of the splitter. But his splitter went down from yesterday because he could not hit it. So we'll see, but Buxton would be the only option here, realistically. And then no value on the money line. They confirmed it on Twitter. Who did? Twins, Sands. Oh, underdog MLB. Okay, so it's Sands. So we'll have to update that after the stream. Game 2, Cardinals, Cubs. Insane game yesterday with all those home runs. All of them were negative expected value. Honestly, I mean, it's really hard. Like, I saw a tweet. It was like, what, are they playing this game in space? And that's kind of exactly how I felt. Like, these similar to today, these lines are insane for home runs. But Cubs minus 144. They're currently on the money line at minus 150. It's fair value. There's not a ton there. Cardinals have been really cold. Liberatore versus Drew Pomeranz. Once again, these home run odds are just not great today. Yeah. If we look at pitch mixes against Pomeranz is okay, so it's a bullpen game for the Cubs, realistically. So the Cardinals are just going to have to face the Cubs bullpen, which has been pretty solid all year long. They don't match up well against Pomeranz at all, so there's not really much here for the Cardinals today. We don't really know who's going to pitch from the bullpen for the Cubs, so really hard to talk about the Cardinals in this one because it's just going to be speculating on which pitcher comes out of the bullpen and when and whatever. It's going to be a matchup game. Craig Counsell is going to put in certain guys versus certain batters at certain times. Maybe you get a guy who goes bulk today for like 4 innings, but we don't know who it is yet. On the other side, against Liberatore, not a bunch of great pitch mixes. There are some good guys versus lefties, though. Suzuki and Swanson do look good against a lefty. Kyle Tucker's pretty solid against lefties as well. If we look at their home run odds, though, once again, like I said, Liberatore isn't really a big home run pitcher. So when we look at guys like Seiya Suzuki today, plus 220 for a home run. Like, that's Aaron Judge level odds. Pete Crow Armstrong is plus 480. That's, for a guy who's hitting 196 versus lefties, it's pretty tough. Dansby Swanson's at plus 310. They're giving Dansby Swanson like Byron Buxton numbers for a guy who has 5 homers against lefties this year. I mean, Carson Kelly, they're giving Carson Kelly plus 340. Oh my gosh, Nico Horner at plus 750. Nico Horner is usually a plus 1,000 guy. So Seiya is the best option for a home run here today, but he's got Aaron Judge, Cal Raleigh odds, and Shohei Ohtani odds, which to me, I'm not taking Seiya Suzuki at plus 200 for a homer. I'm just not. I do not think that it's worth it. So very similar to yesterday. Who cares if there's 8 home runs again today? I'm fine sitting on the sidelines because I'm not going to let it slip chalk on a plus 220 for Seiya Suzuki. I guess I don't know. It's just the way I'm going to look at it. Kyle Tucker plus 320. Like the guy's hitting 1.89 total bases per hit versus lefties, which is good. 6 homers in 106 at bats. 0 for 3 versus Liberatore. Liberatore just doesn't throw enough home run meatballs to be justifying these odds. It's because the weather's insane. So it is just because the weather is insane there in Chicago, wind blowing out. But yeah, for me, I just can't really justify home runs in this game. If you want to take them, go for it. That's all up to you, though. But yeah, money line, Cubs are fair value. But yeah, that's about it in this one. Game 3, Angels, Jays. I have the Jays at minus 140. They're currently on the line at minus 190. Holy cow. Heavy favorite for the Jays today with Scherzer on the mound. Scherzer's not as good as he used to be. Angels might have a little bit of value at plus 160, but I can't say that I love it. Yeah, I can't say that I love it. The Jays are playing really good ball, but the value on the money line definitely is on the Angels side rather than on the Blue Jays side. I would not say that the Blue Jays at minus 190 are worth it. So if you really want to pick a side, Angels. First inning runs could be an interesting play here. If you're looking at a Yurfee minus 130, that's not good. Never mind. I really thought that the Yurfee would not be minus 130, but it is. Kochanowicz versus Scherzer. If we look at how these guys match up against Scherzer, we have some decent pitch mixes. 5, 5, about 5, about 5, 5. So top 5 in the order here for the Angels are all in like a neutral area in terms of, I don't know, neutral pitch mix, general prop-ish areas here. They just don't hit well enough versus righties for me to take them for general props. Outside of Zach Neto, I think Zach Neto maybe for HRR could be decent for hits, runs, and RBIs, or Schonel for a hit. But then, yeah, it really would be these 3 guys as a home run option today. I think all of them look pretty solid. Mike Trout's plus 260, so his value is pretty bad. Joe Adell's the best value here. Joe Adell sitting at plus 420. I think Joe Adell at plus 420 is a really good option. 5.15 on the pitch mix. His power numbers versus righties are really solid this year. Almost 2 total bases per hit. 15 homers versus righties. Yeah, Joe Adell's definitely the best option on this team for home run for me today. And then Taylor Ward at plus 420 is not bad either. You could take Taylor Ward at plus 420 as well. So these 2 guys are the best value options for home runs on this team. Neto for general props is pretty okay today. It's kind of about it. On the other side, Bichette for general props looks pretty solid. Same with Barger. Barger also has a home run option. It's not bad today on the other side. Plus 340, you're getting a little bit of positive expected value on Barger here. Vladdy for general props for hits, runs, and RBIs is a good play. He's got a really solid pitch mix at 6.87. I don't love him for a home run at plus 360. Just not really worth it. Kirk, general props looks good. Springer for general props looks really good today with that 7 pitch mix rating. Plus 500 for a home run for Springer is not bad either. It's pretty close to fair value. So Barger or Springer here would be the options for a home run on the Jays today. And then Kirk, Vladdy, Bo Bichette for general props all look pretty good. And then, yeah, Angels are the value side for the money line, but I don't think I'll take that. Reds versus Phillies, game 4. We called the Reds yesterday winning that game. The value was on that side. Today, not really. They're plus 146, not worth it. And then the other side, minus 174, not worth it. So no side here on the money line is worth it, in my opinion. Projected to be actually a pretty low-scoring game, around 8 runs. Lodolo versus Suarez. These guys do not match up well against Suarez at all. So I do think the Phillies will win this game. Don't really like any of the Reds today with these pitch mixes. They do not match up against Suarez well at all. On the other side, against Lodolo, Schwarber does match up really well. He is good for a home run today. I do think Schwarber is good for a home run today. His odds are plus 240, plus 255. Yeah, Schwarber's good value today for a home run. Usually he's not that good of value, but today I think he does match up really well against Lodolo. 2.28 total bases versus lefties. He has a home run against them for those who care. He does strike out a good amount at 30%. He's got 4 strikeouts against him, 12 homers, and 111 at bats, so 10%. Really good metrics. Great against the fastball, good against the changeup. Not that good against the slider, but Lodolo's slider is worse than he is against it. So overall, favorable matchup. Yeah, Schwarber for home run today is a good play. At plus 255, that is positive expected value, and I do like it. Outside of that, that's really the only thing that that's on my radar for the Phillies today. Maybe Suarez for strikeouts. Let's see. We got him at about 7. His line is 5.5. Yeah, so Ranger Suarez over 5.5 strikeouts today is pretty solid as well. So Schwarber home runs, Suarez strikeouts. That's kind of it in this game for me that I see on this initial glance. So Game 5, Red Sox Nationals. Game 5, Red Sox Nationals. So we have minus 107 in favor of the Nationals. Their line right now is minus 110, and then plus 107, and their line is minus 106. So neither side here has value. Once again, first inning runs could be solid here today, though. Let's see what the Yerfie is. First inning runs is minus 135, so exactly what we have it at. Nothing really there either. A lot of fair value stuff in this game, really, so far. Buehler versus Parker. Should be a good offensive output. 11.15 total runs projected. The over-under in this game is 9.5. I do like the over in this one. I do think at over 9.5 runs in this game is not a bad play. It is a lot of runs, though. So that is a lot of runs. But it's not a bad play. All right. Let's see. Romy Gonzalez with a 6.95. Romy Gonzalez today for hits, runs, and RBIs. I like that play if he hits leadoff. If he hits leadoff, 1.5. Let's see. Romy Gonzalez, 1.5, minus 125. I think that's pretty good. 6.95 on the pitch mix, 3.52 versus the hand. Projected to get 1.56 hits. Probably going to get 5 at bats, especially with a high scoring game. I like Romy Gonzalez today a lot for hits, runs, and RBIs if he hits leadoff. So if he gets confirmed in that leadoff spot. If he gets dropped in the order, I don't love it as much. But if he's up top, I do like it. Him for a home run today at plus 430 is close to fair value. That also could be a decent option. So many homers yesterday, I picked the wrong ones. Yeah, that happens pretty often. A lot of the home runs were from like one game, really. 1 or 2 games. It was the Yankees and Mets and then Cubs. That's where all the home runs came from mainly. But, and then there were some like random guys like Otto Lopez and some other randoms, but overall, it was not a lot of big name guys. Cal Raleigh, too. Anyways, Romy Gonzalez looks good. Roman Anthony, I would fade. Ref Snyder looks really good today. Ref Snyder at plus 400 for a home run. That is fair value as well. Plus 376 is where I have him at. Yeah. And also, once again, just going back to the home run comments, something you guys have to really, really wrap your mind around is the math here. When we're looking at guys for home runs, like Rob Ref Snyder, or anybody that you take, even if you're taking like, I don't know, Buxton at plus 330, whatever it is, right? That's a 21% chance. That means 80% of the time they're not going to hit a home run, right? So even if like you're taking guys for home runs and they're in a quote unquote good spot, the probabilities are still low. And then you multiply that across multiple players. So you have a 20% guy, another 20% guy, another 20% guy. You're looking at like a 1% chance that all 3 of those guys hit a home run. You know what I mean? So regardless of if a guy's in a good spot or not, even like the best guy on the slate is going to be like Schwarber today, 37%. That still means that 67% of those games, or in that game, he would not hit a home run. That's a lot, right? So it's always going to be difficult to hit home runs. The best thing you can do is rely on the data and find good value. And then, yeah, if your luck's there, if it's your day, it'll hit. But Ref Snyder does look pretty good today. General props for Ref Snyder could be good as well. He does strike out a ton, though. And then Narvaez is all right today as well. Plus 470, slightly negative expected value. But for general props today, Narvaez looks pretty good. I think these 3 right here, Romy Gonzalez, Ref Snyder, and Narvaez for general props are all pretty good. Romy or Ref Snyder for a home run. And then on the other side, CJ Abrams, great for general props today. Hits, runs, and RBIs. His home run line, plus 430, slightly negative expected value. James Wood, I love him today, 9.37 on the pitch mix. That's excellent. 9.37 is really, really good. 30% chance to hit a home run, plus 233. His line right now is plus 370. Great value on James Wood today. But once again, like I said, even though it's great value, still is only a 30% chance, means 70% he won't hit a home run today, right? Like, you got to look at it from that lens so that you're not disappointed if you miss. And that's why, and that is exactly why, like I said earlier, we got to go back to this. You got to be taking these straights. Like, if you're throwing maybe a half a unit across some home run plays today, or each day, you'd still be up 6 units if you're taking these straights, right? These are what supplement your home run plays. Taking straights will supplement those home run plays if you're good at them, if you're using a tool like this that's helping you find the value in them. So make sure you're taking those straights and not just home run plays. Very important. Very important that I shout that out. So yeah, James Wood looks excellent. Luis Garcia looks really good for general props today. Nathaniel Lowe looks really good for general props today. I also like Nathaniel's value for a home run, plus 560. I think he's a really good long shot today. I think Lowe is a really good long shot today. 1.81 total bases. All of his home runs come against righties. He's got a solid pitch mix today at a 5 out of 10. It's not bad. And then Josh Bell, 520, also not terrible. So, yeah, I think you got multiple options here for a home run today with Wood, Lowe, or Bell. And then Abrams for general props, Garcia for general props. Yeah, I really like Abrams and Wood today a lot, man. I really do. Some of the best options on the board for hits, runs, and RBIs. So, and Luis Garcia as well. Story for general props, fade. I'm going to fade it just because his pitch mix is really low. 2.25 is just, he does well against lefties. 272 batting average is really good, but only 1.59 total bases. He struggles against a fastball, and he struggles against a curveball. He's negative runs above average against every pitch that Mitchell Parker throws. So for me, Story, a bit of a fade today. If he was higher on the pitch mix, then yeah, he'd be a really good option, but he's just too low for me. If you want to take him based on his batting average versus lefties, you could. You definitely could, but this number right here just scares me a little too much. So, just my opinion, though. That's just my opinion. You can form your own opinion. If you disagree, that's fine. Game 6, Yankees-Mets. So we called out 2 home runs in this game yesterday. We called out Soto, and we also called out Jeff McNeil. Those are the 2 best guys for the value in the game. They both hit one. Rodon versus Montas today. Interesting. So Montas is known to give up a lot of home runs in his career. Aaron Judge today sitting at plus 230 actually is not bad. Judge at plus 230, I don't mind it on DraftKings for a home run today. I don't love him at 168 on FanDuel though. But plus 230 is a pretty good line for Judge. 9.53 on the pitch mix. I really don't mind him. Grisham has no line, so he might not play, but he did play yesterday. He's back from injury. I don't know if they're just giving him a day off or what, but he played yesterday, so I'd be surprised. I guess maybe they're sitting him today. Cody Bellinger. Bellinger at plus 480 for homers, not great value, but he looks okay for getting a hit today. Judge, I do like the value at plus 230 for a home run or for general props. Ben Rice. Ben Rice has lines on like half the books today, so he might play, he might not. Unsure yet. He's on ESPN, he's on Bet365, he's on Rivers, he's on Hard Rock, he's on BetOnline, he's on Novig, he's on ProfitX, but he's not on FanDuel or DraftKings. If he does play today, he looks really good. I like Ben Rice today for general props. Well, for a hit. I like him for a hit today or for a home run if his odds are around plus 420. I don't think that they will be, though. Jazz for a home run looks pretty good today, plus 420. That is positive expected value with a 23% chance, but he would be home run or bust for me. And then the rest of the guys on the Yankees, not really interested in. So Judge would be the main guy here today. And then Jazz also is good value for a homer. On the other side, against Rodon, nobody really matches up well. I think if we look at the money line here, we have the Yankees minus 190. Let's just quickly look at what that is. Yankees are minus 142. So yeah, I think the value today on the Yankees is not bad to take for the money line. I do think that they take this one. Lindor 2, 1, 3, 3, 3, 0, 0, 0, 3. Nobody matches up well today against Rodon. So the data just doesn't support taking any of the Mets today for anything really. So, yeah. Game 7, Brewers Marlins. We took Brewers money line yesterday. Let's see what we're looking at today. Brewers on the money line, minus 173 is fair value. They're currently minus 142. Chad Patrick versus Quintrall. Yeah, I think the Brewers can take this one again today. I think at minus 140, it's pretty good value. So Brewers money line's a good play today once again. You could also go first 5 for the Brewers if you wanted. But yeah, if we look at how they match up here, Frelick 6.87. I do like Frelick once again for general props today. He should get a hit. Probably gets scores a run today. Contreras 5.75. He looked good yesterday for a bounce back. He definitely bounced back with 2 hits, a double and a single. Today 5.75. That's all right. I think he's once again also okay for general props today. Yelich's pitch mix is a little low. He is the best option for a home run on this team. His current odds for home run are plus 540. It's fair value. He almost hit one yesterday. He's okay for a home run today. He's not terrible. His pitch mix is just a little low. Truio looks really good on the pitch mix today for a hit. Yeah, that's about it. I think really it's just kind of Sal Frelick for general props or Contreras for general props today. Maybe Yelich for hits, runs, and RBIs as well. I could see Yelich doing pretty well on hits, runs, and RBIs. So any of these top 3 for hits, runs, and RBIs. On the other side, Xavier Edwards for a hit today or hits, runs, and RBIs is a good play. He's really, really consistent. I do like Xavier Edwards today. Jesus Sanchez as well for hits, runs, and RBIs is a good play. Otto Lopez, no. Ramirez, no. Stowers, no. So, yeah, I think Sanchez or Xavier Edwards for hits, runs, and RBIs today on the Marlins is another good play. I don't mind it. Sanchez with that pitch mix is really solid, too. His home run odds at plus 540. Now, it doesn't support it because he hasn't really hit any home runs this year yet. Only 6 in 196 at bats versus righties. But he's been swinging a hot bat. He's been swinging a hard bat. I could see Sanchez today maybe being like a good total bases guy today over 1.5. I do not mind Jesus Sanchez over 1.5 total bases as well. But yeah, Brewers on the money line looks pretty solid today. Game 8, Royals Dbacks. We had the Royals last night that cashed. I don't know why they were priced the way they were, but whatever. We'll take it. On the money line today, slight favorite to the Dbacks, minus 121. Their odds right now are minus 145, plus 120 for the Royals, so no value on either side of this money line. None at all. Waka versus Nelson. Royals do not match up well. Against Ryan Nelson, this is a fade against... The Royals are a fade today. Nobody matches up well in the pitch mix. Their highest rating today is a 3.32 for Bobby Witt, and that's it. So, for me, Royals are a complete fade offensively for props. On the other side, I do like Ketel Marte for a home run. 420 is his odds. 426 is fair value, so it's fair value. He also looks good for hits, runs, and RBIs. General props, hitting 321 versus righties. He should get a hit, potentially an RBI. You could take him for total bases. You could take him for hits, runs, and RBIs. You could take him for a home run. Ketel Marte is good for pretty much anything today. Josh Naylor also looks pretty good for general props, and so does Eugenio Suarez with 2.29 projected hits, runs, and RBIs. So the only real home run guy I would take would be Ketel Marte for the value. Suarez at plus 330 just is not worth it, in my opinion. Just not worth it. But Marte is worth it today. Game 9, Orioles-Braves. Game 9, Orioles-Braves. We've got Dean Kremer versus Bummer. Slightly into the Braves, minus 124. Money line currently is sitting at minus 146, so no value. Plus 124 for the Orioles, no value. So no money line play here. If we look at how they match up, 3, we got a 7 for Jordan Westberg. He looks pretty good against the lefty here for pitch mix, but he's got a really bad batting average, 0 home runs versus lefties. Yeah, Jordan Westberg's a fade. Even though he has a good pitch mix, he just does not succeed versus lefties. O'Hearn, nothing. My goodness. Laureano, nothing. Cowser, nothing. Sanchez, yeah. Really nothing for the Orioles today. On the other side, Acuna does match up pretty well here. If you want to keep chasing Acuna to get a home run again, 350 is good value. I don't know that I'm going to. He just has been way too cold from the plate. His batting average versus righties is still 377, though. Still very high batting average versus righties. So him for 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs could be doable again. It's just he's in a massive slump right now. Acuna he started off so hot and now he's cold. So Twin 937, let's go. Yeah, Acuna just ice right now. Olsen, not a good pitch mix. Austin Riley's all right on the pitch mix, so maybe Austin Riley for a hit today, but yeah, I'm just not seeing a ton in this one other than Acuna. So it's up to you. If you want to take Acuna, he is positive expected value on all of his lines. but I know some people are banning him currently because he's burned them many times in a row. So it's up to y'all. If y'all want to go and ride Acuna again and think he can bounce back, go for it. But that's really the only play in this game. Yeah, it's about it. It's a bullpen game for the Braves. So Game 10, Tigers, Guardians. We have heavy favorite to the Oops. Where is this game? There it is. Heavy favorite to the Tigers at minus 176. Casey Mize versus Logan Allen. Tigers are currently minus 130. Good value on the money line for the Tigers today. There's good value on the money line for the Tigers today at minus 130 in my opinion. Looks like it's probably a nerfy, about 9 total runs. Look at the pitch mix versus Logan Allen. Jahmai Jones. Is he going to play? We'll find out. He always plays versus lefties, and then he comes out of the game once the lefty is done. But Jahmai Jones could be a sneaky good option today for hits runs, and RBIs. But you got to know he's going to get pulled from the game early, so there is an inherent risk with taking him. Gleyber Torres will probably stay in the whole game. He looks great today for hits, runs, and RBIs as a general props guy. Riley Green, probably a fade for me today. Spencer Torkelson versus a lefty generally is a good home run option, but today at plus 400, it's a little bit of negative expected value. If you're like, no, Wensil Perez, he's on the 1-to-1,000. He's my favorite option for a home run today on the Tigers. 6.99 on the pitch mix, which was really good. 370 versus lefties. 23% chance at a home run. 2.40 total bases versus lefties. 3 homers and 27 at bats. So I really like the value on Wensil today at plus 520. Torque, yeah, a lot of people like to take Torkelson because he has a lot of home runs, but the odds just are not that good today. Plus 400 or plus 310. If you're going to take him, at least get him at the plus 400 number. He would be a decent option today. But Jahmai Jones also could be a good option, but he's only going to get 1 or 2 at bats, maybe 3. So I don't think I could justify it. On the other side, against Casey Mize, Ramirez is okay. He matches up okay. Plus 400 for a home run. Also negative expected value, very similar to Torkelson. Manzardo, plus 340. That's really bad odds. I don't love that at all. Steven Kwan, he's okay, hitting 318. Yeah, nobody really just stands out value-wise for me today on the Guardians. So that's another justification. These pitch mixes validate the fact that I do like this Tigers money line because these guys do not match up that well against Casey Mize. One guy's neutral, everyone else is in a tough matchup. So, yeah, Tigers money line, really good. Wensil Perez, good long shot. Torkelson, if you want to take negative expected value, go for it because he does mash lefties with a 2.43 total bases per hit. But then he'll strike out or walk 50% of the time as well. But yeah, Torkelson for a home run today. Negative expected value, but it could hit. You know, it's one of those. Game 11, Astros Dodgers. What happened yesterday? Where are my Dodgers fans? What happened yesterday? Y'all good? Are y'all good? Slight lean to the Astros to win this game. Ohtani's going to pitch, I don't know how long today. What, we got maybe 2 innings? Astros are an underdog here. It's really a bullpen game for the Dodgers. Good chance for a Yerfy, but I mean, with Valdez on the mound, I actually think the Astros as an underdog today is not a bad play. Not a bad play. Against Ohtani, nobody really matches up well. This is a tough game for player props. We don't know who's going to come in for the Dodgers, really, or how these guys will match up against them, so we can't really talk about them. Maybe Paredes for a home run today. Plus 420. Yeah, he is home run or bust. I mean, these numbers, though, pitch mixes are all based against Ohtani, so he'll only face him once. The home run probability does consider the fact of the bullpen for the Dodgers, so could be a Paredes home run day. Could be a Christian Walker home run day as well. Because, yeah, like I said, these probabilities do consider the fact that they will face the bullpen. But against Ohtani, I mean, he's probably not going to do it. So realistically, you're taking away 1 at bat from at least these guys. Ohtani probably faces potentially these guys right here once. So I don't think Ohtani's given up a home run today. Realistically, that means you lose an at bat from all these guys for a home run. So pretty tough to take. But a Paredes would be a home run or bust option today. At plus 420, it's actually not terrible. It's not terrible. On the other side, Ohtani versus Valdez does not match up well. Valdez doesn't give up home runs. So I wouldn't expect any from the Dodgers today. Will Smith's the best ranking here at 5.89. Will Smith for general props could be okay today. I just anticipate this to be very low scoring, so I wouldn't be a huge fan of taking player props in this game. Realistically, I think the value in this is Astros on the money line. So it's kind of about it. Maybe Valdez for strikeouts today. Let's see. Pitcher strikeouts, Valdez is sitting at 4.5. Yeah, Framber Valdez over 4.5 strikeouts, minus 160. Not a bad play. Not a bad play. But yeah, that's about it in this game. Not really too much. Game 12, White Sox, Rockies. Rockies. Money line to the White Sox here, minus 102. White Sox are an underdog. Marquez has been pretty solid this year. Cannon, not so great. But Marquez, I mean, he did really well against the Brewers in his last start, so he'll be all right. But I think there's great value on the White Sox at minus 102 today, honestly. A lot of home run weather. Vargas HR looks good again. Vargas, 4.51 on the pitch mix, 1.93 hits, runs, and RBIs. It could be an okay play. Benintendi, Talkman. I think Benintendi is probably a little bit better for hits, runs, and RBIs today. But yeah, Vargas or Benintendi both look all right with a 4.5 and a 5.88. The 5.88 is a lot more appealing to me. Marquez is a big fastball and curveball thrower. That's pretty much it. He's positive against both, barely, but he's positive against both. Vargas is negative against curveball. So Vargas does struggle. He's negative against both. Matchup is all right, though. Hits, runs, and RBIs, 1.5, minus 135, fair value. So if you can get him at minus 135, Vargas should be all right around that range. But I'd lean Benintendi today, actually. I don't mind it. For home runs on this side, though, I mean, it's tough because White Sox don't hit enough home runs where you take guys. Their odds are always pretty trash. Cannon does give up home runs, though. Ryan McMahon could be a good option today. Plus 450 is negative expected value, but not by much. Moniak, I do like Moniak as well. Plus 420, pretty fair value. I think Moniak's a solid option today, 5.51. Yeah, that could be a good home run pick. Toglia, plus 420, slightly negative expected value, but he does have a good pitch mix. Although he's hitting 189, oh my God, versus righties this year. 50% strikeout rate. Oh, what is happening there? Yeah, not great. Tyro Estrada could be really good for general props today. I think Tyro Estrada for hits, runs, and RBIs. That's a good play. 7.46 on the pitch mix. 337 batting average versus righties. Yeah, I like Tyro Estrada today for hits, runs, and RBIs. I really do. If you can get him at 1.5. And then Jordan Beck also could be okay, or Tyler Freeman could be okay for hits. Yeah, any of these top three for hits, runs, and RBIs are solid. McMahon is a home run or bust option, negative value, but it's okay. And then Moniak is fair value. He's probably the best option for home run here. I do like Tigers' money line. I haven't taken anything yet, so I don't have a play for today yet. But I do like the Tigers' money line. The value on it is pretty good. Game 13, Rangers-Padres. Rangers-Padres, Game 13. Padres minus 108. They're currently minus 126. Plus 108 for the Rangers. They're currently plus 108. So no value on either side of this game for the money line. Nerfy, 32. 56% chance at a Nerfy. Let's see what the line is there. I don't really take Nerfies, but if y'all want, that's actually not a bad Nerfy game here. It's not a bad Nerfy game. Minus 115 is the line. So minus 108 on FanDuel. So Nerfy in this one could be all right. Patrick Corbin versus Kolek. I don't really love either of these offenses right now, if I'm being honest with you. They don't really look good for home runs anywhere. They don't really look that great for pitch mixes anywhere either. Seager even has a pretty low pitch mix. I mean, Seager or Josh Smith maybe for hits, runs, and RBIs, but their pitch mixes are just too low. On the other side against Patrick Corbin, Tatis, I don't know what's going on with him. 186 versus lefties this year. You can't touch that. Jackson Merrill could be all right for hits, runs, and RBIs. 4.43 on the pitch mix is low, but 276 versus lefties. He does generally pretty well, and so does Machado versus lefties. Just tough. You're crazy to say if the Rangers pitching gets rolling towards playoffs, they have a good chance at winning. Same with the Cubs. Cubs, I agree with. Rangers, I think no way. Manny, the only one really hitting the ball. Yeah, but his batting average versus lefties has tanked. Machado versus lefties, like 2 weeks ago, was like 300. A month ago was like 330. Now he's down to 260. So his numbers versus lefties have started to tank. Still has a really respectable 2.08 total bases per hit. He is only 2 for 12 versus Patrick Corbin. 4.6 on the pitch mix. He's good against the fastball. He's okay against a slider. He's okay against a cutter. He's bad against a changeup. But really, it's these 3 pitches that he throws. It's the fastball that he's the best against. 20% chance at a home run, which is plus 400. His odds are plus 300, so negative expected value of about 5%. So 5% negative expected value on a Machado homer today. He would be the best option and probably the only option on the Padres for a home run today. Yeah, pretty tough. I don't really like either of these teams. Low scoring game too. Not much there, honestly. Game 14, Giants A's. So we do have a heavy favorite to the Giants today. Like heavy favorite. They're currently minus 178 on the money line. I mean, that's worth it. It's a lot of juice, but it's worth it, I guess. Maybe that's something you put in like a parlay. Giants money line. It's a Little League ballpark in Oakland. Severino struggles in Oakland, too. Severino is terrible in Oakland. His numbers at home are really bad this year. Logan Webb's a great pitcher. Ramos matches up pretty well today. 279 versus righties. 1.23 total hits. I think Ramos for hits, runs, and RBIs or Devers for hits, runs, and RBIs is a good play. Unfortunately, with this weather and this ballpark, the home run odds are always going to be crap. They're going to be terrible for this game. So Devers is at plus 285. I just don't think that's worth it. Elliot Ramos is sitting at plus 450. That's actually not terrible, but it's still negative expected value because his numbers versus righties this year for power, 1.59 total bases per hit only. 10 homers and a 250 at-bats. So he just doesn't hit enough home runs versus righties to be worth plus 450 today. Plus 290 on DraftKings. I don't know what DraftKings is thinking. They're the only book that's even sniffing that number. I don't know what they're doing. Flores, nah. Yastrzemski, maybe for general props today. Yeah, it's kind of it. I mean, Yastrzemski for general props, hits, runs, and RBIs, or Devers and Ramos for hits, runs, and RBIs are both all right today. Home run-wise, though, there's just no value on this team. And same here. No real value. I mean, Nick Kurtz is the best at plus 480 on the line, plus 567 on rudebets.com. I just can't justify it. Against Webb, too. Only guy above a 5 is Jacob Wilson. This just validates, once again, Giants on the money line today because none of these guys match up well at all versus Logan Webb outside of Wilson. So, yeah, really tough day for the A's. Not really anybody worth taking for props, in my opinion. I think the best play in this game would just be Giants money line overall. So, yeah, that's really kind of how it looks to me today. And then game 15, Pirates-Mariners. Pirates-Mariners. Mariners minus 130 on the money line is what I have. Their line currently is minus 172, plus 144, plus 138 for the Pirates. So, I don't think that's enough to make it worth taking the Pirates as an underdog today. Maybe it is, but the value is definitely not on the Mariners. Burrows versus Castillo. Nerfy, minus 117. Projected to be pretty low scoring at 7.25 runs. So not a high scoring game. Against Castillo, none of the Pirates match up well at all. O'Neal Cruz is the best at a 4.26. And that's not great. 13% chance at a home run. Just really nothing. Yeah, really not a whole lot for the Pirates there. On the other side, Crawford with a 6.62. I don't mind Crawford today for hits, runs, and RBIs or general props. 313 versus righties. He could be a good option today. Julio Rodriguez, a little bit low on the pitch mix. And then Cal Raleigh, the best pitch mix in this game with a 7.26. His home run odds are plus 240. Slightly negative expected value by like 1%. So it's about fair value for a home run for Cal Raleigh today. Can't say that I love it, but it's about fair value. So if you had to take one, it would be Cal at plus 240. Arozarena, he's all right for general props, I guess. Same with Luke Raley. I mean, for like a hit, either of these two guys, I don't love them. And then Canzone for a home run is not bad value at plus 500. Canzone's numbers, 4.7 on the pitch mix is a little low. I'd like him to be higher if I'm going to take him for a home run, but 2.33 total bases, home run in exactly 10% of his at-bats versus righties this year. Problem is he doesn't do that well against the fastball, which is most of the pitches he's going to see today. And the secondary pitch, changeup, he also doesn't do that well against. The only pitch he's really good at is the slider, which Mike Burrows actually has an excellent slider for a pitcher. 2 runs above average is really, really good for a pitch. So, yeah, I mean, Canzone, I mean, his value's okay for a home run, but I just don't think it really looks like that great of a play overall. But yeah, him and Raleigh would be the only 2 options really in this game for a homer. But I'm anticipating it to be a really low-scoring game. Not a whole lot of value in any line in this one overall. So yeah, that's all 15 games. Let's go to the batters real quick. Once again, this is rudebets.com. You guys can sign up, code RUDE for 25% off. Get access to this tool. If we look at pitch mix ratings, Ref Snyder's the only guy who's a 10 today. Mangum's a 9.79. Judge is a 9.53. Anything 8 and above is considered a great matchup. So these are the great matchups today. A lot of 7s, which are really favorable matchups too. So yeah, we got some really good options today. Home run wise, Schwarber currently is the best at a 37% chance with Judge and Wood right behind him. Grisham might not play. He might play. We'll see. And then Cal Raleigh right there in the 5th spot. So overall, we got some good options today, I think. We definitely got some good options today with positive expected value. If you missed any of what I said or you want to hear it again, the YouTube channel, this will be posted in about 45 minutes. Look up Rude Bets on YouTube and you will find it there. And if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you drop a subscription. And yeah, we got a lot of good options. Maybe RBI plays today could be good too. And then walks, you guys know I love to take walks. Rafael Devers or James Wood for a walk today. I do like both of these plays. They probably will end up on my straights video that I end up posting on TikTok and YouTube later as well. So overall, a lot of good days. I'm going to go get in the lab and start cooking up some plays so that I can post them. If you guys want to see what I take, best option to do is join rudebets.com and you'll get access to the Discord where I post the plays. Once again, code RUDE for 25% off. Yeah, good luck today. Let's have another great day. Like I said, we currently are dominating the straights game with a 54% ROI in the last 2 days, 7.18 unit profit. Let's keep that going today. I'll get that video posted, and I'll post all the rest of the plays that I take that are not in the video in the Discord, so come join. Good luck today. Peace out. Have a good one.